Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and I have a diamond in the rough for you guys to meet today. His name is DeVonte Tanksley. He is a wide receiver out of Tennessee Martin. Nice to have you, sir.
Hey, nice being here.
Yeah, nice to have you. A guy who decided to come out this year, and really, people need to know about you because I feel like you're one of these gadget guys who can be a quality asset on special teams. And bro, you can fly downfield. So obviously, be able to use you as a receiver as well. So Devontae, go ahead, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and get us started.
Well, yeah, like you said, I'm DeVonte Tanksley. I'm originally from Belgrade, Florida, born and raised. Uh, I got into football early on. Well, not early on, like around 10. Played for 2 years and took a break until my junior year of high school, which my junior year of high school, I moved to Gainesville to live with my dad. And I played I played with Anthony Richardson. That was my quarterback at the time.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we had a really good connection coming out, but I wasn't highly recruited. I ain't have no offers. Kataba showed some interest when I was looking for a school. They wasn't sure about me until like I had to take a drop up there to North Carolina and did like a workout, like doing a spring practice and earned my way to get an O and started from there. I played there 3 years. Started my freshman year, sat my second year, and third year was the COVID season, which I decided to take my talents to the portal and see what I can do. And in the portal, I had help with my head coach Cedric Daniels, who got in touch with Memphis, and Memphis invited me for a private workout up there. So I drove from Gainesville to Memphis. I think it was like 12 o'clock at night. Me and my dad, and went up there work out that morning. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't get offered, but the D coordinator at the time was Mike McIntyre, and his son Jay McIntyre was the receiver coach at UT Martin, and was like, I guess they was like, this kid is talented or whatnot. I don't know how the conversation went or whatever, but it worked out for me to get offered by UT Martin, and I committed instantly. Played my first season here. I played the first game against WKU and the second game against Sanford. I uh, had an AC joint separation, which sat me down for the whole season, unfortunately. But went on the grind, came back, played 2 consecutive seasons, and now we're here.
Well, dude, obviously you've been through, the ringer somewhat. I mean, obviously you've had somewhat of a journey for you. You want to go back and recap? I didn't know that you played quarterback with Anthony Richardson back in the day, man. That's obviously pretty awesome. So East Side High School, they're in Belglade, Florida. Uh,
Now they're in Gainesville.
or that was in Gainesville rather. Sorry, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry. And then you were from obviously Belgrade, Florida. So
yeah,
so in Gainesville, you went to Eastside High School. I have in my notes that you also did some track and field and some
yeah.
basketball. And so I kind of just want to sit there for just a moment because those sports are what they are. I mean, obviously, it's part of your resume as an athlete. And you decided to go through with football rather than these two sports. Um, talk about anything else you want to add with regards to your history of playing some other sports.
So growing up, like while playing little league football, I also ran AAU track. So there where Mr. Butts, it was he was the coach of the AAU team in Belgrade, Florida. I was out there at football practice one day, and he was out there just watching us run. We was running around the field, and I was like leading everybody like ahead, and he was like, "Dang, like you should just come run track for me." And shoot, and that's how I got into track. My event, I like the 400. That's my event. I trying to stray away from the 100 stuff. I don't know. I like somewhat of a distance sprint, and I ran track my junior year, but I didn't run it my senior year. And basketball, I played a little bit my junior year, and I just ultimately like football. So I just put all my focus into football.
Yeah, I mean, all your focus more or less has been in football for the past several seasons, and I feel like again part of the reason why I reached out to you so that we can do this interview because I mean, um, you're gonna get an opportunity to go pro, and so we'll continue talking through that. You decided to pursue football, and there's got to be a reason why. Maybe a love for the game that started really early. What is it about the game that you really love?
I don't know. I don't know. It just reminds me of all the times, you know what I'm saying? Just growing up, playing with your friends, just leaving school, going to practice, just hanging out with the guys and just making plays. Just love the ball.
Gotcha. So growing up in Belglade or Gainesville or whatever, who are you a big fan of growing up? I mean, maybe a guy that played your position. Was there someone that you aspired to be at a young age?
Deshaun Jackson, D-Jack, yeah. That's who ultimately, like, he really got me into football because my uncle is like a big Philly fan. And I used to always see him watch the Philly games, and Deshaun Jackson just always caught my eye.
Yeah, and Deshaun Jackson, obviously, just phenomenal athlete, blazing fast player. I remember when he came out of college and really excited, and he ended up dropping to the second round, which I thought was such a great steal for anybody at the time. So, cool, cool. So, out of high school, you go to Catawba, which again D2 school. And I know a lot of people, when they think about offers coming out of high school, everybody wants the big offers. But sometimes you got to go the route that you did to get things like playing time to get noticed. But obviously, that was a school that took a chance on you. Talk about Catawba there for a little bit, and maybe some people that influenced you the most during your time there.
Well, I would say Kataba. I really appreciate Kataba because they kind of like molded me and just got my like got me to like the mindset of you know it's gonna be better days or whatnot. Because ultimately, like when I went to Kataba, like during my first fall camp, uh August, my great grandma passed, the lady who raised me actually, and I was going through a tough time because I couldn't like get in contact with my folks because my phone broke. So my dad called my head coach and you know what I'm saying, he was on speaker. They brought me to the office and broke the news to me, and they were all like comforting me, and that just earned a lot of respect for me and them just being there for me and just catering. So I really appreciate that. Curtis Walker, them. I don't think he coached there now. Was the old head coach? Well, was my head coach at the time. Yeah, so I really appreciate them.
Well, hey, it's definitely great when you have, coaches and trainers and teammates that are more than that, that they're family. And, obviously when you have instances like that, I mean, you need some people around you, just to, be able to, be there for you, man. It's really hard to take that sort of news. And obviously they took care of you first gave you your opportunity, of course. And so uh, switching gears and then eventually getting to UT Martin, talk about perhaps the differences in the offenses there in general and maybe how you were used overall.
I would say the switch is was really like the reads on the routes, like because we have like here it's a lot of routes that change or converts during like certain looks or coverages or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the corner is press jam or off, or if it's a too high or one high shell. So it's more like I wouldn't say thinking because I don't know, I find it easy, but I think they utilize me more like because they try to give me the ball in like space. They try to create opportunities for me with the ball in space, and so I can do playmaking abilities.
Hey,
Yeah,
definitely get that. I mean, you get a guy like yourself, and you need to kind of give him the ball in space so that you could work with it. So, would that mean that maybe one of your favorite routes is just a simple screen, man? I mean, what is your favorite route that you love running for your team?
any route they get the ball. But
Such
yeah,
a wide receiver answer. It's
yeah,
okay.
but yeah,
Um,
but I like any option routes. Watch a lot of Cooper Cups, out routes, simple go routes, seam routes. I play a lot of slot, seam routes, basics. Yeah,
So we're looking at you as a prospect trying to get to the next level. I would imagine, given a guy your size, approximately about 5'9", 170 pounds, most people may want to kind of designate you as like a slot receiver slash special teams guy. And I don't know how accurate that is and all, but certainly what comes with that is obviously being a great special teams, contributor. So, talk to me about your experience on special teams, maybe the favorite unit or position that you play on special teams.
well, I play a lot of returner, kick return, punt return. Uh, I I was on a depth chart for gunner, which I can go play gunner on punt, and that's really just my experience on special team.
Yeah, and we'll see, man. I mean, obviously, I know right now you're training, probably taking a couple of them, high punt returns or something, trying to get yourself used to it because obviously it's a little bit different when the ball's coming at you from here versus like, drilling, at you from your quarterback. So a little different. Obviously, you have to make sure you secure the ball. So certainly something I'm sure you're working with during
Yeah,
the training right now. So let's talk a little bit more about UT Martin. Actually, I want to say, was it last year or the previous year? There was actually a guy who was drafted from UT.
yeah.
Um,
Last year,
yeah, I
uh,
mean, as a wide receiver. So, I mean, um, certainly that's got to help a little bit, man. I think the Titans drafted him. Um, and then really a lot happening for the school. It's been fairly successful the past few seasons, but really also a lot happening in general because you know uh, the Big South is merging. They had merged with the Ohio
OVC.
Valley, and then a lot of changes happening. So let's reflect a little bit on this past season, which was that first year with that merger. You guys went 8-3, just barely missing the playoffs. What did you get the most out of this past season?
What you mean, like,
Just overall reflecting on this past year.
this past year, just on myself or like the team?
Anything you want to share, man? Go for it.
Well, this past season, what I learned is, well, what reflecting is, uh, we had like a lot of games where it wasn't as successful as like I wanted to be, or it wasn't like things like we ran that didn't work out as we planned, like or we like game plan throughout the week. So just us, just adapting and just things on the fly and coming shaking back and coming to pull some of them games off, just like how we won in overtime against EIU, which is like it was a big game for us, an in conference game. So that's what a lot of things I reflect in, which I appreciate about the team with
I
us.
mean, hey, you got to be able to adjust. Make in season adjustments, halftime adjustments, game adjustments. I mean, hey, it's part of the game. You have to be able to do that. So, um, but at any event, I mean, again, fairly solid team overall there for UT Martin, both on offense and defense, but a lot of things changing, a lot of guys moving on, transferring out, entering the draft. Um, What's it going to take for that team next year to, kind of get over the hump and win the conference championship?
Uh, like I said, this team very talented. Coach Simpson, he always got an eye for talent, and he brings in dogs. I see it like I've been here for the past 3 years, and I see it constantly. And like you said, like we got like guys that left, but it's also people that stepped in. So I think they still gonna be a great team in the conference, and they're gonna pull through, winning the conference championship.
Yeah, I mean, they're constantly bringing in guys like yourself who were once transfers, and they know how to develop their own guys, which is great. Their recruiting is sound, so definitely something to look forward to next season. As they're obviously moving on from talented players like yourself. So, Devontae, I do want to again just kind of close up our reflection time of you as a football player. Favorite moment, best moment, biggest highlight, whether it's a game or a play. Walk me through one of those moments if you don't mind.
Uh, I would say my best moment was probably Murray State. The year before last. We went there and I had 220 yards off 9 catches, which was pretty like just like I don't know, happy. I was happy. It was just a joyful moment for myself. I just remember just after the game, it didn't feel like I did anything, but my phone, my folks back at home texted me like, "Dang, bro, you had like 119 and a half, like going crazy." Da, da, da. But
Phone
oh no,
blowing up. I know, I
yeah,
hear you.
yeah,
So you said 220,
yeah. I
nine
had two,
nine catches.
yeah.
Um, of those, I guess million yards. Is there one particular play that you recall that you had during that game?
I had a corner route. Uh, I think we were on the on the opposite 40. I was on the right side. I ran a corner route. I caught the ball on the sideline, and I like juked like probably like 4 people and ran up the sideline. But I ain't score on it. It was a big play. It was just
It's
crazy.
okay though, because I mean, you get this whole like human joystick highlight reel of you juking the whole team out of their shoes. Which, hey, I feel like that is something that really sets you apart. I mean, we're looking at a guy that has the ability to change direction on a dime, and then of course blaze down the field. Um, and Devontae, you really showcased that at your pro day. You actually attended two, as far as I'm aware. I mean, you did UT Martin's, and then also you were present at Tennessee's, and um, taking the best of the two. I want to say you had the best numbers at the UT Martin pro day, um, in a 4.440. That's a legit 4.440, people. Just to throw that out there, might have even been faster depending on who had the clock, but 38-inch vert, 10-2 broad jump, and then ended up with the 6.843 cone. So, talk to me about this particular those pro days of yours and your preparation even leading up to them.
So well, like as we know, I was expecting another year, so I wasn't really preparing to go to the prepare for pro day. So I was getting ready to for spring ball. So I was just trying to be ready for spring ball. So I had an appeal going on and it didn't get appealed or anything. So I ain't getting the word back. So pro day was a couple days away. And I remember going into the office and talking to Coach Sim. Coach Sim was like, "Yeah, pro day a couple days ago. I don't want you to lose out on your opportunity of, what I'm saying, pursuing your dream. So I'm gonna just let you participate in it or whatnot with Whoop. I ain't getting there. I can get to train the 40. I ain't get to train 3 cones or anything. So I basically uh went off the couch and did the pro day.
That's insane. Off the couch running a 4.4 and all those other good numbers. So and so I would imagine that had you planned it out a little better, might have been at a particular facility. It might have been with a trainer, all these great trainers that train guys up to really excel on their pro days. But you were, like you said, just off the couch with those things. So, and then obviously at the time, like you said, I mean, you were teetering as to whether or not you were, going to come back because you were waiting for an appeal. And I don't even, did you even have an agent at that time? You just,
Yeah,
were winging it as you were going. And I'm assuming now you've signed with someone.
yeah. I signed with my JC Foreman.
Yeah, so obviously you're a little late to the game, but I mean I do feel like a lot of people need to get to know you because I mean you get a guy like yourself who's very explosive, can really create an impact on the game. I mean, dude, if you have like these phenomenal games where you're getting the ball like 9+ times, like you said before against you and versus Murray State. I mean, hell I could use that. I could use that at the NFL level. So that certainly is something worthwhile. So um, Devonte, obviously you want to move on to something else, and that is something that's not football. Talk to me a little bit about something that's not football, whether it be your hobbies, your interests, your passions, if you have any special talents, um, anything that you think others might find interesting about you that you want to share.
Well, as you can see back there, I got a, Kyrie jersey hanging up. Well, it's a Boston Celtics Kyrie jersey. I'm a big Boston Celtics fan. Yeah, die hard. I was excited when Kyrie got traded there. You know what I'm saying? I was so turned. I ordered a jersey instantly, and I thought it was gonna last forever. But I mean, shoot, it was one of my favorite players on my best team. I had to grab the jersey, but I really enjoy basketball, like watching basketball and the Boston Celtics. And I also play the game. Like right now, my game is MLB. I'm playing MLB The Show 24. So
Okay.
yeah,
NBA playoffs happening right now. Who's going to win it?
the playoffs. Oh, us. I'm confident in us.
You're a homer. You're basically saying you're gonna definitely win it there with this song. It's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Um, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Um, uh, Again, Florida guy ended up in Tennessee. They're playing. Uh, Talk to me about your hometown. What is it about your hometown that you maybe love the most, or really appreciate when you're back home?
Belgrade, Florida. I really appreciate like my family. I don't go see them often because I'm always at school, or when I'm not at school, I go to Gainesville and basically just bouncing around everywhere. So I really enjoy family when I go back. My childhood friends, like I said, seeing like my old coaches, like my AU track coach, football coach, the things of that sort. So just the
Gotcha.
genuine connections.
Um, Let me ask you a couple questions again, just for fun. This is just kind of filler. So maybe like a quick one word or one sentence answer. So, you have a favorite movie?
My favorite movie, The Little Rascals.
The Rascals.
You know what
That's
that is?
different. I don't get that one too often, man.
Yeah,
So that one's definitely fun. Let's say favorite breakfast cereal.
breakfast cereal. Gotta be Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. I don't get
Yep.
that one too often, man. We're gonna have to talk. Take some Fruity Pebbles and make like how you can make what's it Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah,
Make them out of Fruity Pebbles. Um, that's
I know
that's
they bust.
that's awesome. You got to try that if you haven't already. Um, Anyways, let's do one more. You're in the locker room. You got your earbuds in. You're getting yourself, ready. Kind of getting your mind right before you go out onto the field. What are you listening to?
Song.
Song,
Well,
artist, or some people do podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
I would just say artist. I'm listening to Kodak Black.
Hey, obviously, a lot of guys in Florida love Kodak. I mean, it just
Yeah.
kind of comes with the territory,
Mhm.
obviously. So, um, obviously, wanting to, get the pros and all that. But let me see. I don't know, maybe a celebrity that you love a chance to meet, whether it be artist or an athlete or somebody else who's a celebrity. Who would you like it to get a chance to meet?
A celebrity? Mm, probably be Deshaun Jackson.
There you
Yeah,
go. That would, hey, you never know. That could happen here in the near future. You guys could bump into each other along the way, along your professional journey. So, could definitely see it happen. I'm pretty sure if you connect with the right agent, you can make it happen. You guys can meet up somewhere, hang out for a little bit. Certainly be a whole lot of fun. But DeVonte, obviously, you're trying to make it to the next level, get an opportunity in the NFL or one of these other leagues. But go ahead and finish us out. Give us your final thoughts as to what a team would be getting if they took a chance on you. Go ahead and hit them with your pitch and close us out.
well, they'll get a competitor, a hard worker, a playmaker, explosive guy. The dude just want to make plays.
Short and sweet and to the point. I love it. So again, very explosive player who can really help out a whole lot, whether it be as a wide receiver or special teamer. Certainly look into this guy. His name is DeVonte Tanksley, wide receiver out of Tennessee Martin. Best of luck to you. Okay.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for watching and thanks for the interview.